Bill Skarsgård, aka Pennywise 2.0, Georgina Campbell, and Justin Long in a house full of secrets. Does that sound like a sitcom to you? Because it certainly didn't sound like a horror film to me. Barbarian. You would think this film would be a Conan knockoff, but nope. It's basically an example of how rot can infest even the most picturesque places and the most decent seeming people. I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say the first hour or so was a bit of a slow burn. You didn't know if Bill Skarsgård was going to be the bad guy, and you were worried about Georgina Campbell's character. But trust me when I say, after the first hour, that is the least of her worry, or that guy is the least of her worries. Because while it is a slow burn, and it does take an hour to get going, stick with it, because once that paradigm shifts, oh boy. Also, the scuzzy guy from the second Rob Zombie Halloween movie, the one who kept saying the F-bomb several times after getting injured, he's in this movie too. He doesn't say much, but let's just say he has an impact. Well, I'm not going to say directly who the villains are. I will say there are technically 5. See if you can spot them all. Because while this seems like a supernatural thriller, I would call it more of a psychological thriller. A deep dive into just how messed up humans can be, and just how strong and resilient humans can be. At first, I wasn't going to see this flick, but I figured, why not? It's what's coming out at the movie theaters instead of Medieval for some reason, which is what I was going to see this month. But I'm glad I saw this one instead, and I can always stream Medieval when it comes out. But this one is definitely not one to pass up, especially if you're into really messed up stories about humanity. The acting is on point. The music, it sets your jaw on end, and the setting is like something you'd see out of a Stepford Wives novel. Picturesque on top, rotten underneath. And it frames the story perfectly. Definitely see this one however you can. It's worth checking out at least once. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, as films like Blue Velvet have shown, just because a neighborhood looks picturesque doesn't mean it's perfect. Make sure you check for rot, because 9 times out of 10 it's there, and you really don't want to get infected.
Mama's come home.